vuelta en el maravilloso programa de Mujeres Disruptivas, esta plataforma que se creó para que muchísimas mujeres de éxito pues pudieran compartir sus experiencias, sus vidas, sus aprendizajes, sus anhelos, pero también sus fracasos en todo lo que tuvieron que hacer para salir adelante. Estuvimos 6 meses al aire con un sinfín de historias, historias exponenciales que nos marcaron la vida, que nos hicieron aprender, que nos hicieron recordar, pero sobre todo crecer juntas. Así que estamos muy contentos de esta temporada que pasó de Mujeres Disruptivas. 6 meses de programa, de ilusiones, pasiones, visiones y sobre todo de la variedad de mujeres con diferentes objetivos, metas, diferentes ideologías y todo lo maravilloso que se fue desarrollando a lo largo de estos 6 meses. Fueron programas a diario, desde los lunes de Hablando Inapropiado a los martes, hablando de todos los temas de ciencia y de esas mujeres que no, sin fronteras, verá, corporativas, de grandes puestos demandantes. Los miércoles con mujeres científicas y mujeres hackers de todo el mundo de la tecnología. Los jueves con las mujeres políticas y pues los viernes de mucha reflexión. Así que fueron 6 meses muy intensos, de mucho trabajo, de mucha aceleramiento en muchas cosas. Así que pues llegamos a este último programa celebrando, agradeciendo por tantos espacios, por tantas buenas nuevas, por tantos momentos. Y pues como les comentaba, en las últimas 6 semanas las acompañó Anika Vickers y Mariana. Yo estuve ya la última semana aquí del programa porque queríamos cerrar con broche de oro, queríamos compartir y reflexionar muchas cosas y ya poder estar yo en cabina compartiendo y conectando con ustedes sin ninguna invitada, sino que siendo muy transparente, muy vulnerable y sobre todo contándoles de esta maravillosa experiencia que tuvimos en Omán, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrein y Abu Dhabi, navegando en el Medio Oriente, compartiendo pues el testimonio, lo que Dios había hecho en mi vida y sobre todo en este barco gigante con más de 300 tripulantes de 71 nacionalidades, en esta biblioteca movible maravillosa. Y durante la experiencia en cada ciudad, en cada puerto, pues fuimos conociendo diferentes personas, diferentes personalidades, diferentes, pues sí, mundos y ideologías, y al final darnos cuenta que no, ni la raza, ni los títulos, ni nuestras ideologías, idiomas, formas nos puedan hacer diferentes, sino que todos realmente somos iguales, con vidas maravillosas y cosas lindas que aportar. Y así fui conociendo muchísimas mujeres, algunas de ellas estuvieron en el programa en vivo, Cindy, Camila, Shura, quienes nos contaban sus historias, cómo habían llegado al barco, la experiencia en el barco, cómo es vivir en un barco movible, que va de puerto en puerto, educando, dando esperanza y amor. Y fue así conforme fuimos navegando de puerto en puerto, desde Bahrein a Qatar, Kuwait, Omán, Abu Dhabi. Como llegamos a Abu Dhabi, esta gran ciudad espectacular en el puerto de Panamá, realmente me impresionó el desarrollo, la calidad de personas, las industrias que se mueven y todo lo que conlleva estar en estos espacios donde, a pesar de la cultura musulmana, la mujer tiene voz. Pude experimentar un talk show con mujeres de Oman, mujeres que trabajan en Google, que tienen sus startups. Así que me pareció genial todo lo que pudimos vivir, todo lo que pudimos soñar, todo lo que pudimos hacer. Y bueno, durante la estadía en Oman pasaron muchas cosas. desde poder ir a escalar rocas hasta llegar a esa vista de roca, playa y ciudad y poder pedir por toda Manama. También las experiencias de los talk shows, de los shows, de las ferias. El día que llegaron 12,000 personas al barco a ver los libros, interactuar con nosotros. Y así de puerto en puerto hay recuerdos, hay momentos tan fuertes que realmente no solo vale la pena recordar, sino que atesorar por siempre. Y uno de esos momentos fue en el barco cuando llega este señor y pues me presenta a sus 2 hijas que nos van a estar acompañando hoy, Aisal y Sunaira Wahid, estas 2 jóvenes de Omán, del Medio Oriente, quienes han estado en las últimas semanas en contacto conmigo. Yo he estado hablando bastante de ellas, una de ellas de 14 años, la otra de 17 años, que han escrito unas 7 novelas, la otra 2, hablando de liderazgo, haciendo TED Talks, haciendo shows, desde programas de Yale, de estudiantes, hasta conferencias internacionales como TED Talks. Y me impresionaba cuando las entrevistaba, el escucharlas, el oír todo lo que han vivido, el saber que gente tan joven en ciertas culturas que jamás imaginaríamos son ya jóvenes líderes que pueden no solo aportar tanto a la sociedad, sino que ellas también crecer y ser la brecha de apertura para nuevas generaciones, marcar un legado. Así que fue un privilegio de vida conocer a estas 2 niñas y a su papá, quien las apoya infinitamente y sobre todo que las apoya incondicionalmente. Así que una bendición conocer a esta familia. Antes de bajarme del barco, pues llegaron Aisal y Sunaira y pudimos hacer esta entrevista. Ellas pues obviamente solo hablan inglés y su pues lengua maternal, que al final es una lengua india porque sus papás son hindúes. Así que vamos a estar platicando con ellas de sus sueños, lo que han alcanzado. Yo voy a tratar de traducir todo lo que nos compartan, pero definitivamente va a ser un cierre con un broche de oro increíble, con 2 jóvenes de Omán. Como ahora el mundo está globalizado y podemos estar conectados, no importa si ellas están en el Medio Oriente y yo en América, o si alguien está en Europa o Oceanía, siempre podemos estar conectados, siempre podemos estar de alguna manera interactuando y creciendo. Así que hoy desde la ciudad de Guatemala, a través de República Infinita y a través de la ciudad de Omán y de estas 2 mujeres líderes, vamos a poder estar conectadas, creciendo y compartiendo con ellas. Y bueno, la verdad es que me encantaría presentarlas a detalle quiénes son cada una de ellas, pero voy a dejar que ellas se presenten y yo voy a ir traduciendo para que ustedes sepan pues qué han sido sus logros, sus metas, sus sueños, y también que nos cuenten cuáles han sido los retos más grandes que han enfrentado siendo jóvenes, mujeres omaníes en un mundo global. Vamos a empezar, pues sí, platicando un poco de sus vidas, de cómo empezaron en este mundo, de qué han alcanzado hasta este momento. Pero también vamos a estar hablando de toda la parte emocional, cómo viven estas culturas, cuáles han sido esos obstáculos que han enfrentado. Y ahorita justo estoy entrando a cabina y quiero, la verdad, es que darles la bienvenida a estas 2 jóvenes que definitivamente van a marcar una diferencia y van a hacer el cierre de este programa un espectáculo. Así que ahora estamos entrando a cabina y quería realmente presentarlas estando yo en cabina, así que vamos a hacer una pequeña pausa para que yo me conecte aquí al micrófono.
Hola Kevin, gracias por todo el apoyo de estar coordinando desde mi celular, desde Oman y desde aquí de cabina. Y bueno, estamos ya aquí en cabina y vamos a darle la bienvenida a estas dos niñas maravillosas desde la ciudad de Oman, quienes nos están acompañando. Vamos a ir a un corte y al regresar vamos a estar con ellas, presentándolas y compartiendo con ellas.
Infinitas 100, 100, 100, 100. Infinitas 100. Estás entre inusuales. 100, 100, 100. Infinitas 100, 100, 100.
FM 100.
Cuando los niños tienen dolor o fiebre, acetaminofén MK jarabe. Su rico sabor a fresa les encanta.
Brinca tú ahora que ya me curé.
MK, totalmente confiable.
Si los síntomas persisten, consulte a su médico.
Guatemaltecos por la Nutrición es un programa de abordaje integral a la desnutrición que atenderá sus causas para que la solución sea sostenible. El plan de trabajo consta de 5 ejes: atención primaria de salud, soporte nutricional, fortalecimiento de la economía familiar, acceso a alimentos, agua y saneamiento ambiental. Este es un proyecto de Castillo Hermanos que está inspirado en Guatemala y que impactará positivamente el futuro de nuestro país. Para más información ingresa a www.guatemaltecosporlanutrición.com.
Bueno, y estamos aquí de vuelta en Mujeres Disruptivas, este maravilloso programa que durante estos 6 meses fue una bendición estar compartiendo. Y bueno, le vamos a dar la bienvenida a estas dos mujeres espectaculares, Aizal y Sunaira Wahid. Hi, Aizal and Sunaira, I don't know if you can hear us, but we're from Guatemala and transiting online, alive, and you are here with the public of Guatemala from Amman to Guatemala. Can you let us know if you're there?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. I wanted to introduce both of you. This is one of the most listened programs in Guatemala. It's a platform that we made to honor women around the world who are making a difference and who are really developing in different branches. And you are the best thing to talk about today because you're young, you have energy, and you have been doing so much. I admire you both so much. It was a blessing to get to know you. So I want to ask you to please introduce yourself, each one of you, and then I will translate so everybody can know the amazing guests we have today.
Thank you so much for the appreciation. Ice, do you want to start or should I?
I can go.
Okay,
Thank
go
you
for
again for the appreciation. I'm Aisha Wahid. I'm 13 years old and I'm an author. I live in Oman. I write books for children and I also write fantasy books. My children's books have messages about certain issues in our world. And I write my books so that I can spread awareness to all these issues, so that even children are aware of these, and so that everyone everywhere can be aware of these issues, and so that we can create a bigger change in our world. I'm also a horse rider, and this season I'm going to be competing in show jumping, and I really love ice hockey, and I practice with the national Oman team.
Es increíble cómo Aizal, de 13 años, ha escrito más de 7 novelas, es campeona en montar caballo y es campeona en patinaje de hielo, una joven omaní de origen hindú, brillando en Omán a pesar de ser mujer joven y la cultura. And now we're gonna meet Sunaira. And we're very blessed to have you both here. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. Thanks a lot for the appreciation, first of all. As for me, I'm a 17-year-old young author and a motivational speaker. I published 2 books. One of them is a mystery book, and the other one's a motivational book to sort of help you figure out the skills that you need in life. As a speaker, I've given my first TEDx speech, and that was about leadership. And I basically spoke about how I think that leadership is something that everyone can achieve and how that's the best path to achieving your goals. Aside from this, I use my voice through my podcast, Real With Us, which is where I speak on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and how we as individuals can help and achieve the goals that United Nations has set forth.
Buenísimo, estamos... ella nos compartía, tiene 17 años, ha escrito 2 libros que se han puesto bestsellers y además es speaker pública. Ya tiene una conferencia internacional en TED y es maravilloso ver todo lo que ha logrado en cuanto a la rama de liderazgo. Ese es su main subject, ¿verdad? Es de lo que habla diestra, siniestra, una joven de 17 años de Oman. Me parece increíble. Y nos compartía la cantidad de experiencias que ha tenido dando charlas en público. Y bueno, vamos a ir con la siguiente pregunta que van a ser: ¿cuál es su mayor sueño? ¿Y cuáles son sus 3 mayores fortalezas y sus 3 mayores debilidades? Okay, well, we're gonna be back with you guys. I'm gonna ask you both. I would love for you guys to share what is your biggest dream, first of all. Then, what are your 3 best skills, acknowledgements, gifts? And we also would like to love to know what are your weaknesses and what has been your biggest, not struggle, but your biggest effort that you have been doing until now. So first, your biggest dream, your 3 skills, acknowledgements, best things, your 3 weaknesses, and your biggest obstacle to get for where you are right now. Vamos primero con la joven de 14 años. Adelante. Go ahead. Who wants to start?
Sure, I'll start, I guess.
Great.
Okay, so I believe you asked about my dream. My dream, I guess, is kind of broad, but I kind of want to motivate the youth and to help them create a change in their lives. I believe that as the youth, we are the future, and if you can kind of educate the youth and help them figure out who they are and what they want to do in life and how they can be the best versions of themselves, I think we're pretty much set for the future. I believe that if we help the youth in any way that we can, I think that once we realize how important our voices are and how we can create a change with our actions, I'm sure we can achieve a lot. And I think your next question was my 3 skills.
Yeah.
And my 3 weaknesses, am I right?
Yes.
Off the top of my head, as for skills, I'd like to say, obviously, I'm a writer, so I definitely think that my writing is something great that I have, and definitely my speaking. So I use my voice through my written work as well as my speeches that I give. And I think it's really important, and I'm really blessed to have these skills because everyone has a voice, and the way that you express it and how you express it is so what you use it for is really important. And I think that the fact that I'm kind of using it to make a change or to help someone out, that's really important to me. And at the end of the day, whatever I do, it's just with the hope that it can kind of help someone, you know? That's 2 skills. Another skill, I think I'm a great critical thinker. So in tough situations, I definitely think I figure out the best of solutions, and I do get frustrated, but I mean, I think we all do. I think, yeah, when faced with a challenge, I definitely rise through with any solution that I can come up with. Sorry, I can't remember the 3rd question you asked.
What are your 3 weaknesses, like things that you have been working with and that definitely you will be better, but that right now they're weaknesses for you, and also the biggest obstacle that you have confronted until now, being a young woman in Oman.
All right, cool. So for my 3 weaknesses, the top one off of my head right now, I would say that I'm struggling with recently, not just overall, but I think I'm going to say that I've been procrastinating a lot, but I'm also on summer break, so it's okay, I think. I mean, I try not to procrastinate, but I think every once in a while, you do need to give yourself that mental health break that you do need. And I think, I guess that's also another one of the weaknesses, you know, when you work too hard on yourself, or you drive yourself too hard to the point where you may be working, but the quality of work isn't that great. And, you know, you're just taking hours and hours of time and you're more frustrated. So I think it's important to know when to give yourself that break. So yeah, that's some of my weaknesses. As for the struggle that I've gone through, I think something that I've struggled with is just using my voice, because I wasn't always a confident speaker. So I kind of grew up a shy kid, and I have had this huge change throughout my life where I've gone from a shy kid to a confident speaker. And I think something that I've learned from this is to not give up. It was a pretty tough challenge. And when I first went and I gave my first speech, I was overwhelmed, and I walked to the stage, didn't want to go back, but I kept motivating myself and I kept practicing. Of course, practice is key, but then you've also got to have that determination and that reason as to why you're doing that activity. And for me, that was, again, that I want to use my voice because I understand that it's important. So I kept going back, and, you know, I'm the president of the club that I actually walked off the stage of the first time. So it goes to show that if you keep working hard and you're motivated and you stay determined towards your goals, I'm sure that you can achieve anything.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Before we share with your sister, I just want to translate so everybody can understand, okay? Así que nos compartía ella que su sueño más grande es poder llevar su mensaje de liderazgo a todas aquellas jóvenes y que sepan que el liderazgo es algo que se puede construir y desarrollar y ser la voz ante todas ellas de empoderamiento siendo aún una joven omaní. Así que aplaudimos ese gran sueño. También nos contaba que de sus mayores fortalezas ha sido poder compartir su voz y lo que piensa a través de medios de comunicación como la escritura y sus maravillosos libros, y poder plasmar en ellos lo que piensa, lo que siente, cómo ve la vida, y también obviamente en sus charlas. Nos contaba que su mayor debilidad es procrastinar y no poder enfrentar muchas de las cosas, porque a veces solo nos queremos acomodar en un estado donde no hacemos ningún esfuerzo, pero tal vez es simplemente agotamiento o que hemos tenido etapas muy intensas. Así que pues eso es algo con lo que ella se ha enfrentado. Y uno de los mayores retos ha sido tener que hablar en público, porque era una niña muy tímida y ha tenido que enfrentarse una y otra vez. Y ella, el mensaje que quiere dar es: nunca te des por vencida. Sigue adelante y sigue probando hasta lograrlo. So thank you so much for sharing. It has been wonderful to know you better now, and know that you are so mature to recognize what are your greatest gifts, but also your weakness. So thank you for sharing. We have to go to a break for some news, and we'll be back with your sister. Thank you for sharing, and I feel blessed, and I feel really honored to have you in the program. Let's go to our quick cut.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we'll come back, okay?
Infinita 100.
Escucha Radio Infinita. Despertaremos al inusual que llevas dentro.
FM 100.
Conductores con garra, invitados con colmillo, debate con liderazgo, conversaciones con visión. Entre Jaguares, de lunes a jueves de 5 a 7 p.m. y los viernes de 4 a 5, aquí en República Radio por Infinita 100. Sacia tu hambre por emprender. Entre Jaguares, no te lo pierdas.
Guatemaltecos por la Nutrición es un programa de abordaje integral a la desnutrición que atenderá sus causas para que la solución sea sostenible. El plan de trabajo consta de 5 ejes: atención primaria de salud, soporte nutricional, fortalecimiento de la economía familiar, acceso a alimentos, agua y saneamiento ambiental. Este es un proyecto de Castillo Hermanos que está inspirado en Guatemala y que impactará positivamente el futuro de nuestro país. Para más información ingresa a www.guatemaltecosporlanutrición.com.
Okay, we're back in the program in Mujeres Disruptivas here from Guatemala. We'll be with Sunaida and Aisel. You know, guys, this is the last program of this season, and we wanted to close with really women who have impacted not just my life, but a lot of people. So it's such an honor to have you both, because you're closing the program, and I know that I couldn't choose better. So we already learned a little bit about Sunaida. Let's hear about Aisal. Let us know, Aisal, what is your biggest dreams, your biggest gifts, your weakness, and what obstacle have you been dealing with being a young Amani? Let us know.
Okay, thanks again, first of all, for the appreciation. I really appreciate it. For my biggest dream, I would say it's horse riding. I mean, horses are something that I've loved since I was very, very young. I loved horses even before I started riding. And once I started doing it, I only kept getting better and better. And now I'm going to be competing, and it just feels so surreal to think that only like a few years ago, I was just so young. And I still love horse riding, and I'm really excited to see how far I can go. What was your next question? I'm so sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay. Your gifts, your talents. What are your biggest gifts and talents?
Well, for my talent, I would say horse riding. I mean, I'm really good at it, and lots of senior people, they've also appreciated me, and they said I have lots of potential. And I'm really glad, because it's something I love. And also, another skill I would say I have would be writing. I use my writing to express myself and to just to spread my voice so that I can spread awareness about certain issues to the youth.
Amazing.
Your next question was about weakness, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, for my weakness, I'd say I'm very lazy. So I don't really do the work until like the last second. I mean, obviously I have it planned out in my head, but I don't actually like do something about it until the last minute. But I'm hoping like all of this will change soon, and yeah, I'm working on that.
Amazing. Let us know what has been until now your biggest obstacle and what you have developed, and being a Omani young girl in that society.
Well, to be honest, when I first started writing, I was scared that no one would really take my books seriously if I published them, because I was only like around 10 or 11, and I was scared no one would really buy my books, no one would like them, because I was just a little kid, and I thought I would never be more than that. But with the help of my parents, my sister, my teachers, and everyone around me, I was able to publish my book. And sometimes I still feel like that, but thankfully I have lots of people around me who help me get out of that brain.
Amazing. Just let me translate, okay? So everybody can understand. Bueno, nos compartía esta joven de 13 años que sus mayores sueños son poder llegar a ser campeona internacional de de equitación. Parece que es una de las campeonas nacionales e internacionales. Y nos decía que sus mayores fortalezas son esa disciplina que ha tenido con todo el tema de la equitación, todo el tema de poder escribir y poder plasmar en sus 7 libros todo lo que piensa, todo lo que siente, lo que cree. Y bueno, de sus mayores debilidades ha sido que muchas veces pues le da miedo el no ser aceptada siendo alguien tan joven, mujer, pero que gracias al apoyo de sus papás, de su hermana, de sus mentores, ha podido sobrellevar ese miedo, seguir adelante y realmente creer en ella misma. Así que fue un privilegio haber escuchado a estas 2 jóvenes. Sabemos que su papá ha sido un gran mentor quien las apoya. Y bueno, estando en Oman, conociéndolas, vi que no solo es esto lo que hacen un sinfín de actividades y un sinfín de diferentes iniciativas para todas las que vienen atrás. And getting back to you guys, I would love you to share 2 things. First, I have one specific question for each one of you. And then I would love for each one of you to give a message to all the young people who are hearing you. We have a lot of women listening you. Actually, this program, this radio program was designed for women and to honor other women and to learn together and grow together. So let's start with Sunaida. I would love to know your concept of leadership. What is your best place in the world and how do you appreciate it being there? And what are you doing? And at last, I would love you to leave a message for all the people who are hearing you. If you get messed up, you can ask me again because I know I ask a lot of questions. Así que le pregunto. Okay, just let me translate. Le pregunté cuál es su concepto de liderazgo. Le pregunté también si estuviera en su día ideal, qué estaría haciendo y con quién estaría y cómo estaría. Y le pedí que nos deje un mensaje para todas aquellas mujeres y jóvenes que las están escuchando y que quieren también alcanzar sus sueños como ella. Go ahead, we're all yours.
All right, cool. What I think about leadership, and I'm glad you asked me that. So I personally believe that leadership isn't about age. We've been told that, to be a leader, you have to be old enough, you have to have a job, and you kind of have to be at a high position in that job. You have to be a senior manager, you have to be CEO. You have to basically be at the top hierarchy in order to be a leader. And we kind of go on with that mindset that, okay, I have time. Who cares if I'm not a leader now? I'll keep working towards it. But that's not what leadership really is. And I talk about this in my book, and I've, as I've mentioned, I talked about it in my TEDx speech. But leadership to me is an attitude. It's how you think that you can, what you think that you can do to achieve your goals. How you think that you can make a difference in your life and in other people's lives. So I believe that leadership is about figuring out who you are and what your goals are in life and what motivates you. And then once you figure out all that, you just have to figure out how you can get to that point of being that leader and figuring out what the set of skills are to be a leader, such as determination, confidence, self-love. All these things I think that are kind of like core values that you need in your life. And I believe that once you have each one of them down, you kind of, that's how you are. That's how you're a leader. And once again, I don't think that leadership is about a position. It's about how you go on with your life, what your mindset is. I think your mindset and your attitude kind of make you more of a leader than any title or any position ever could. Yeah, and you asked me about my favorite place.
Your favorite place, who is there? What are you doing? What do you really enjoy? It can be a hobby or it can be like whatever you want.
Okay, that's interesting. I want to say reading, which I guess you would expect from me as I'm a writer. I do enjoy a lot of things, but something about reading that's kind of always been amazing to me is how when you're reading a good book, the author's words kind of just transport you from your bedroom to that world that they've created with their words. and the characters sort of become your best friends, they become your family, you feel what they're feeling. And I think that's the best part about a good book, because for a moment, when you're reading that book, you're someone else entirely, and it's like escaping reality. That doesn't mean that your reality is bad, but it just means that there's a world where magic exists and where exciting things can happen. And yeah, I think that's my favorite place, reading a book, I guess.
Great. And what would be the message for all the women and young people who are hearing you?
First of all, I would like to say once again that leadership is obviously an attitude. And if you heard me earlier, my advice about being a leader, it's another thing that I want to say is like, stay determined. Once you're determined and once you know what skills you need, what you want to do in life, you'll definitely achieve it. That's, I think, something that keeps you motivated and keeps you going is that end goal, and keeping in mind how you can change your life or how you can change someone else's life by doing what you're doing now, which might seem hard. And, you know, when you're going through it, when you're working hard toward that goal, you're overcoming obstacles, it seems like a challenge. And there's always those moments when you forget what that goal is, and that's when you get demotivated. So I would definitely recommend people to stay determined and to keep your short-term and long-term goals in mind. And once you have that in mind, definitely your long-term goal will kind of keep you motivated, keep you going. And obviously, we're all going to hit obstacles at times. We've all had those moments where everything seems to go wrong. But it's important to know that there is a way out. There's always a solution. And, you know, that struggle is temporary. At the end of the day, you're going to get that feeling of importance, a feeling of pride and accomplishment that you finally achieved that goal. And once you work hard and stay determined, you can definitely achieve it.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Before we go with your sister, I want to translate because I think they're amazing little, not just like wise advisement that you gave, but also it impresses me how you see what leadership is. And wow, you can get so many things from what you just shared with us. And I don't want everybody who's listening to miss that, okay? So, nos compartía que para ella el liderazgo definitivamente no es una posición, es una actitud. Y es esa actitud de querer transmitirle a los otros lo que pensamos, lo que sentimos, pero de una forma en la que podamos persuadir al público, impactar al público. Y ella se siente totalmente realizada porque para llegar a ser líder se necesita trabajar otras áreas como la autoestima, la seguridad en sí misma, poder alcanzar tus metas. Entonces el tema del liderazgo se ha vuelto algo tan sencillo pero tan complejo a la misma vez, porque reúne un sinfín de características y de cosas que tenemos que no solo valorar, sino que darnos cuenta de la capacidad que tenemos los seres humanos de alcanzar ese tipo de metas. Nos compartía que su mejor momento es leyendo un libro, que es cuando más crece, y siendo una escritora pues encuentra esta fascinante diversión en los libros y poderse meter y poder entender la voz del autor. Y por último, el mayor mensaje que ella quería compartir es que cuando realmente entendemos qué queremos en la vida y nos enfocamos y luchamos por ello, eso vale la pena. Así nos tengamos que arriesgar, tengamos miedo, y en el caso de ella regresó al liderazgo diciendo que eso es un líder, ¿verdad? Jalar a que todos puedan soñar y cumplir esas metas, esos sueños, pero sobre todo tener fijo o tener claro qué es lo que queremos en la vida. Así que le damos un agradecimiento especial por todo esto que nos compartió, por sus dones, sus talentos y ponerlos al servicio y todo lo que está impactando el mundo. Thank you so much, Sunaira. I just wanted to let you know that I was telling all our public that we admire you so much, and that we appreciate every little detail that you just share with us, because it is important for women and young people to hear that kind of message, to hear your voice. And for us, like being so many kilometers away from you, we're in Guatemala City, Central America, you're in Oman, and be transmitting this amazing program. I also want to thank publicly your dad for being this amazing father, this amazing mentor, and embracing you guys to keep on going. I really appreciate and admire him because not everybody does it, and definitely he has been giving a lot of fruit with both of you. You have been, wow, like overwhelming to get to know. I really want to get connected and give follow-up, like start this intercultural dynamic that you can be an example for us, and some Guatemalan women could be for you, and vice versa, and grow together and construct together and co-create together. We have to go to another advisement. We're gonna go to a little break and we'll come back with your sister, okay? Let's go to our cut and we'll come back. Vamos a un corte y regresamos.
Que lo distinto te encuentre. Radio Infinita. La 100.
Porque tu salud
es todo.
En Méxicos.
Vive la experiencia Méxicos.
Méxicos.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo extrañándote, ¿y vos? Extrañándote porque claramente me di cuenta de la cercanía que tenemos al ganar el Mundial. Por eso hoy estamos más cerca de vos. En zona 10, Fontavela y La Estación. Zona 14, en La Noria. Y en zona 15, en Centro Comercial Espacio. Para que puedas disfrutar de los mejores cortes de carne asada, como si estuvieras en la tierra de los campeones del mundo, acá en Guatemala. Vení a disfrutarla. Te espero en la verdadera cocina argentina. 3 estrellas, como la celeste y blanca. Palermo, Buenos Aires.
Bueno, y estamos aquí de vuelta en Mujeres Disruptivas compartiendo con estas dos jóvenes maravillosas lo que han sido sus mayores aprendizajes, sus mayores fortalezas y consejos, y cerrando con broche de oro este gran programa. Así que vamos con Aizal. Le voy a hacer algunas preguntas. La primera va a ser ¿por qué es que el tema de los caballos le inspira tanto y qué es lo que asiente en cada competencia y cada vez que gana, siendo una campeona global? Y también le quiero preguntar si pudiera dar un consejo a todas aquellas mujeres y jóvenes que le escuchan, ¿cuál sería ese mensaje? Así que, bueno, y también quiero que nos comparta, igual que su hermana, cuál es su momento cúspide, su momento máximo, en dónde está y con quién está y qué está viviendo. Okay, now we're back from our little break, and I wanted Aizal to share with us the same questions that I did to your sister, except the first one, because I asked her about leadership, but I want to ask you, what do you feel when you go horseback riding? What really excites you? How you visualize yourself, and why does that give you so much power and so much strength to keep going? The other question is to please share with us what's your perfect place, where are you, with who are you, what are you sharing, or what are you doing? And the third one would be to please give a message to all the women and young people who are hearing your voice, and what would be your best advice for them. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, when I'm horse riding, when I'm on a horse, doesn't matter which horse it is, where I am, or even who's around me. It's just like me and the horse. And it's just a calm and relaxing feeling, you know? It's just, either we're going for a slow walk or like a fast canter. It's just the feeling of being so calm and peaceful. And just like everything else in the world disappears away. And then the motion, everything is just so calm and relaxing. And I'm just so much at peace, and everything feels right in the world. And it's been like this for the past, 6-7 years. and I'm so grateful to have found something I enjoy so much. And yeah, I just feel like many people like go their whole lives like without finding something they like this much, and I'm just really grateful I found something that I love deeply at such a young age. I think your second question was my favorite place.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say that my favorite place would be the barn. It's just like everyone at a barn, it's sort of like a community, you know? Like everyone who loves the same thing, and we're all just interested in one thing, you know, horses. And it's just very fun to just like have conversations with them, get to know them, and everyone's just so nice at my stables. And even the horses and everything, it just feels so homely. And another place I'd like to say would be amazing would be with people I love. Because to be honest, it doesn't matter where I really am, but it matters who I'm with. My family, my friends, and really people I love. And any place I feel like can feel like home if you're with the right people. And for the message to your audience, I'd like to say to not give up on your dreams. I know things might be different, difficult, and it might be something new. And yes, it will be hard, but you have to go for it because otherwise you'll have lots of regrets. And I feel like I would rather die fighting for my dream than give up, because giving up would admit defeat, and I would much rather win. So yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well, Aizal was sharing with us, ella compartía con nosotros que cuando está en un caballo no importa nada, ¿verdad? Está con el caballo conectada, no importa quién la rodee, quién la mire, es solo esta entrega a poder disfrutar de ese momento, esa conexión y poder galopar libremente. Nos decía que su lugar preferido es donde se siente libre de expresión, donde puede contar, hablar, fluir, tanto como cuando lo hace montando a caballo. Y no es tanto la competencia o el ganar, sino que ese fluir y esa libertad. Y si le pudiera aconsejar a todos los jóvenes y mujeres es sigan sus sueños y sigan tratando de lograrlos, pase lo que pase, y luchando por ellos. Así que esto fue Mujeres Disruptivas por estos 6 maravillosos meses. Antes de despedirme, quiero despedir a las 2 invitadas que fue un honor tener desde Oman. Guys, I'm gonna have to let you go. Unfortunately, we could spend hours with you, but we have very short time, and actually it has been a blessing to be this 6 months in the program. You're making the closure of the first season, so I want to thank you because I really wanted to be joined by women that I do honor and I do bless and I do embrace to keep on going for the wonderful things you have not just achieved, but all the amazing things you have shared, not just with me, but with all my public. And I'm so glad that you're going to be now officially in Disruptive Women platform. And you can share the interview with all your friends. We're going to be in Facebook Live. And also we have a website and in YouTube. I'll be sharing with you. I also have a podcast. So definitely I would love to have you guys there also. And yeah, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me to get to know you, opening your hearts, your minds, and for your parents that have been there for you, mentoring you and embracing you. So thank you for everything, both of you.
Thank you so much for the conversation. Yeah, and thank you for having us, and thank you for providing us with this platform, which, by the way, I think is incredible. The fact that we get to speak to different people and give them our opinion. The fact that the listeners might not even understand English, but they've got you to give our message to them, and I think that's just amazing how we can speak to so many people in a completely different part of the world, in a language that they might not understand. I hope that our message definitely impacts them.
Definitely it will. I translate it and everything is amazed to hear you. Actually, we do have a lot of followers and they're like impressed that you guys are in Oman being so young, achieving so many things. So bless you. I applaud you. I embrace you and I send you all my love. And back in Guatemala, Aquí en Guatemala solo quiero decirles que de verdad fue un programa que me llenó de amor, de plenitud, donde me sentí no solo realizada de estar aquí compartiendo, sino que poder lanzar un concepto diferente en Guatemala que rompió paradigmas, prejuicios, donde hablamos de cosas que nadie se atrevió, donde tuvimos invitadas internacionales, pláticas tan especiales. Y solo quiero agradecerles de todo corazón para los que nos escucharon. Me acuerdo todas esas imágenes y videos que me mandaban de gente escuchando la radio, oyendo nuestras voces. Quería cerrar con broche de oro. Hoy es el último programa de esta temporada. Me voy de verdad muy agradecida. También fue un reto estar todos los días en esta cabina compartiendo. Fue un reto tratar de estar transmitiendo desde el Medio Oriente y desde otros países que tuve que viajar. Y a pesar de los retos y los obstáculos, seguimos adelante, seguimos vivos y quiero darle gracias a Dios por de verdad dejarme viva con un propósito tan fuerte y poder llevar el mensaje a tantas naciones y saber que sí se puede, que la razón por la que me dejó en este mundo es que ante todo imposible, todo es posible. Quiero dar públicamente las gracias a Gaby Paz, a Rodrigo Arenas, a toda la familia de República, a toda la familia Infinita, a Walter Calderón por permitirme hacer este programa, por todas mis locuras, por aceptar todas las propuestas que hice, esas idas y venidas, y también a Luisa que produjo el programa y a tanta gente que estuvo tras bambalinas, Gaby como creativa, Eduardo apoyando este programa, todos los patrocinadores quienes nos apoyaron. Y de verdad que agradezco a República Infinita por abrirme las puertas, por permitirme este espacio que fue mágico, exponencial y espectacular. Me voy de verdad con el corazón partido porque es el último programa, pero agradecida de cerrar con broche de oro y con estas dos jóvenes que impactaron tanto mi vida, jóvenes musulmanas desde Omán, Sunaira y Aizal Wahid. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Un beso, todo mi amor, y esto fue el último episodio de Mujeres Disruptivas.